You're watching Point and Click, the computer show on Time Warner 13. Tonight, Al Fasoldt will show you how to organize the Windows Start menu. Point and Click is brought to you in part by Icon Office Solutions and Technology Services, and by Time Warner Cable's Roadrunner high-speed online service. Set design and fabrication by Phil Green Cabinet.
Welcome to Point and Click. I'm Nancy Roberts, and with me tonight is our very own technophile, don't you like that one? Technophile, Al Fasoldt. And it's good to have you here. We are live tonight, I want you to know. This is what is it? It's the 25th, right? 25th of July.
We've set
See, I know what day
summer.
it is. And we are live tonight, so you can call us tonight. I know a lot of people think that we're off for the summer and we're doing repeats, but we're actually here
we're
tonight.
Walt Disney characters kind of sitting here and, animated.
Al maybe, but I'm real tonight. I definitely am. At any rate, we are here live tonight, and we welcome you to the show. And the usual way that we start out the program is with a little demonstration, and we have one for you tonight. Now, this is kind of interesting because someone just contacted me recently and said, what do I do with my startup menu? How do I get rid of programs? How do I organize things the way I want? And I poked around and figured it out and sent the information back, but we're going to make it easy for you.
We're going to make it real easy.
Al's going to tell you what to do.
One of those nice things about Windows, and it's one of those difficult things about Windows, is the Start menu, because it's very easy to use, but not easy to set up properly.
To
reuse, not easy to reuse.
And basically, every time you install a new program, unless you tell it otherwise, it's going to stick it in there as a separate item.
It's going to be
at the bottom of the
not only a separate item, but it's going to be a separate item within a separate item. Nearly always, when you install a program,
I'm going to start its own little folder.
If you download Sid's Magic Marker program and you install it, it's going to be a folder in the Start menu, Sid's Magic Marker program, and then inside of that is Sid's Magic Marker, and then maybe there's Sid's Magic Marker help, and so on, as if you couldn't find these by yourself. So somebody out there is probably thinking too hard. They need they need something more meaningful to do.
Which is fine if you want to do it that way. But
So what we're going to do, here's the idea. There are at least four flavors of Windows 9 something out there, and they all work slightly differently. So what I'm going to try to do is explain how to do this in a way that everybody's version of Windows will do. Because if I show you the way I do it at home, maybe your version of Windows is different from mine, earlier than mine, later than mine, and so on. So this way is going to work no matter what. So we're going to start out by opening up the actual Start menu. And I'm going to click on the word Start, the Start button, and there's a Run line down here. Now I noticed that this already has a lot of items in it, so you'll probably have, if you've used your computer a while, you've probably had a lot of items installed. You're going to find stuff in there that you can at least clean up, if not reorganize. So click on Run and type in Start menu. Now I've got it already started here. Start menu. S-T-A-R-T, I can't spell it, S-T-A-R-T, space menu.
This is a good way to get there.
With a set of quotes around it. And the reason you want a set of quotes around it is in Windows, if it's more than one word and it has a space, at least one space in it, Windows might get confused, so put the quotes in there. And then hit the Enter key, or click on OK, either way, and all of a sudden you will get the Start menu showing on your screen. This is the actual Start menu. Now I'm going to make this a size that I can work with. We'll put it down here, kind of like this. Now I can work with the Start menu. Now the first thing I want you to notice is that there's a folder in there called Programs. Click on it with your right mouse button. This is the right mouse button. You can't see that I'm clicking the right mouse button, but trust me, it is the right mouse button. And drag it out alongside of that window somewhere, and let it go, and you'll get a question from Windows, Move, Copy, or Create Shortcuts. So go ahead and Create Shortcuts, and you'll see Shortcut to Programs. Now, this might sound kind of strange. We've already got programs over here, but I want to work with it separately. So now I can put it over here, make the window a usable size, And look, I've got two versions of the Start menu open. One that shows the programs and one that shows the actual Start menu itself. So I can open up these things and I still have a window on one side that shows the full Start menu. For example, Adobe Acrobat Reader. It has an uninstall Adobe Acrobat 4.0 in the Start menu under this particular item. Well, that's already in the control panel. I can get rid of that by hitting the delete key, and it says, are you sure you want to do this? Yes. It goes into the trash. Now I've only got one entry for Adobe Acrobat Reader. Now let's see, where would I put that? Well, would it fit over here somewhere? Actually, it fits very nicely in accessories, because it's an accessory. I can drag it over, drop it on accessories, and now that particular folder is empty. I can back up out of that folder, select it, click it once with your mouse, hit the delete key. It says, do you want to put this in the trash? It'll always say this unless you turn it off. And I say yes by clicking OK or clicking yes or pressing the Y key, and it disappears. You can do the same kind of thing for all of those. ATI Multimedia. There's a lot of things in here for ATI Multimedia. You could put these in accessories. There's something under Creative which has to do with the sound. You could put, here's Sound Blaster. Well, for heaven's sakes, aren't these something to do with accessories, sound? Put all of those over there into accessories. Now that Sound Blaster folder is empty, and we got product registration. We could get rid of that one. We don't need that one. We've already been using this a long time. Registering is one of those optional things. Creative Keytar. How to use it? I don't even know what it is, but I would probably want to keep it where it is until I found out more about it. You can keep doing that for all of your items in your Start menu by having two windows open and going from one to the other, copying. It makes it a lot easier to copy that way. Copying from one to the other and kind of reducing the number of overall folders to something that makes sense. Accessories is great for things like audio and video. You can create a folder over here by doing a right click and saying new and then folder, and we might make a folder that would say, I like the one that says word processing, because I can put a lot of things in there for word processing. And for example, my Microsoft Word could go in word processing. When you're all through, close that down and take a look at the Start menu, and under Programs, Accessories, there's what I put in there. Works out pretty well. And it's easy to do. Remember that I did it with the run line. Run, typed in Start menu in quotes, and that opened up the Start menu. I didn't need to search for it. Opened
Now,
it
what
up
if,
automatically.
one of the questions I got was, I want to put these in alphabetical order.
Yeah.
I want to have them organized the
Yeah.
way I want. Is that difficult
Okay,
to
if
do?
you want to organize the Start menu, basically you have to make the first character of each item what you would like to have in the order of sorting, for example.
Oh, so it'll
I can't
automatically
down.
sort alphabetically, and you just need to change those so it's
Yeah.
A something, B
Yeah.
something, and all the way
Here's
down.
all these folders on my screen, from accessories down to Super Disk USB. All those things. Now, if I wanted to have Napster at the very top, I could rename Napster 1 space Napster. And since the numbers come before letters,
That
Napster
will
would
come
go to the
first.
top.
Okay, well, that's simple.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. I hope you were watching out there, so you'll know how to do it, and I won't tell you the wrong thing. Stay tuned. We're going to return in just a moment with more Point and Click after these brief messages.